What's up guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant, and today I want to give you some tips and tricks for your 2021 Samsung TV. And the TV that we're going to be using for this demonstration is this 55-inch Samsung QLED. Now, even though I am demonstrating these tips and tricks on this QLED, many of these will work on other 2021 Samsung models. Now, something else to point out with this TV, it does come with 2 remote controls, so some of these tips and tricks will be for either of these remotes. Right, let's crack on then with the first tip for this TV, and it is to do with the remote control. So we are using this swanky one. And how do you mute the sound? Well, we've got the volume up, we've got the volume down. But if you do want to mute it, all you have to do is actually press in on the volume up down key. And there we go. It will mute the sound. Now, going back to the remote again, and it is a wonderful remote because you don't require batteries for it, and it is rechargeable via the solar panel, or you can charge it up with a cable at the bottom. But how do we tell how much battery we have left? Well, I'm going to show you. So if we go to settings, then down to general, then if we head down to power and energy saving, and then down to the bottom, you'll see available remote battery, and that gives us the remaining percentage. Now, my next tip is a great one, because if you haven't already purchased a TV, then please go and check out box.co.uk, who are kind enough to send over this TV. And if you were to purchase this TV from Box, you'll be able to take advantage of the free 6-year protection plan that is included, the free delivery, and the fact that they also price match all the major competitors. So please go check them out in the description. Now, my next tip is regarding Multiview, and this is a great feature because it allows you to watch 2 things on the screen at the same time. So if we just go to Multiview, as you can see at the moment, we've got YouTube playing in the background, and I've also got my Xbox Series X hooked up. So let's turn on Multiview and see what happens. So we're in Multiview now then, and as we can see on the left, we have YouTube playing absolutely fine, but on the right, where the Xbox is, it says this content is not available in Multiview. So what is going on, and how can we sort this out? Well, I'm going to show you. So what we need to do is highlight the Xbox Series X panel and click on that, and then exit to full screen. So exit only. Now we're back at the full screen Xbox Series X menu, and now what we need to do is go down to the refresh rate, because the TV does not like it in 120 Hz when it comes to Multiview. So what we need to do is change that to 60 Hz. And now if we go back to that Multiview, and now as you can see, we successfully have the Multiview showing for YouTube and the Xbox Series X. Now, one thing that's particularly annoying with this TV is every time that you turn the TV off and then you decide to turn it back on again, it automatically boots up the Smart Hub. So that is this menu at the bottom here. Now, you may not want that popping up every time. And if you don't want it to, well, I'm going to show you how you can do away with it. So if we go to settings, and then we go down to general, and then we go down to smart features, and then turn off auto run smart hub. So let's turn that off. And now, with any luck, if we just back out of that now, turn the TV off, turn it back on again, and there we go. Now, one great thing about 2021 Samsung TVs is that they come with the new game bar. But how do we get that up? Well, again, with the Xbox Series X hooked up, all we need to do is press down on the play pause button on the remote control for a long press. And there we go. We get up that game bar with all that information that you gamers are going to want to know. Now, as great as these TVs are, sometimes they experience problems or they can be a bit sluggish. But my next tip should help you guys out with that, because this should speed up your TV and diagnose any issues that you may have. So what we're going to do is press on the settings button on the remote. Going to go down to support and then to device care. Now, as you can see, the TV has just run a health check and it says it's all good, but I'm going to still start the device care anyway so you can see what it does. And there you go. It's running through a few checks and freeing up the memory as well. So closing down anything that's running in the background to hopefully speed up the TV. There you go, it's all done. It says it's all good, and it goes on to say if you are still encountering a problem, try self-diagnosis. So that's what we're going to do. So if we go to self-diagnosis now, we have a few options here. So we've got a video test, picture test, sound test, signal information. So let's go to video test now then. And it will play a bit of video. And basically you just check the screen to see if it looks any good or not. And I'll tell you what, that looks absolutely amazing. So no, I don't think there's anything wrong with this. Also from here, if you wish, you can reset the smart hub. And for that, you'd have to put in your PIN, which I'm not going to do because I don't need to reset it. But that option is there if you feel that you want to do that. Now, let's just say your TV is still experiencing some issues. Now, you may have to ring up Samsung and they're probably going to ask for the serial number. Now, that can probably be found on the back of the TV, but if you've got it wall mounted, it might be a bit of a pain to find it. So what you can do is go to settings, go down to support, and then to about this TV, and in there you'll find all the information about the TV, so the serial number and the model number, which, like I said, saves you rooting around the back of the TV. Now, one good thing about this TV is the great selection of apps that are available, but they may not be in the order that you want them to be in. So how do we rearrange them? Well, it is very simple. So I'm going to highlight Netflix as an example. I'm going to take my remote control, and what I'm going to do is press down on the enter button, which is the one in the middle just there, and I'm going to hold it down for a long press. And there we go. We get the option to remove or move. So I'm going to click on move. Just use the directional buttons then to go wherever you want, and then simply press the enter button again. And there we go. We have now successfully moved that app. Now, another great thing with this TV is that you can hook up a game controller, keyboard or mouse. So how do we do that? Well, once again, I'm going to show you. So we're going to go to settings. Then we're going to go down to general. And then in general, we're going to go to external device manager. And then input device manager. And in there, as you can see, we can add a keyboard or a mouse. So we've got settings for it there. And you can go to the Bluetooth device list to hook up one of those devices. Now, for my next tip, again, we are going to be using this remote control. And once again, we're going to be using the volume up, down button. And instead of doing a quick press this time, what we're going to do is press down and do a long press, holding that down.
Accessibility shortcuts, 20 items, voice guide.
And there you go. Get straight into the accessibility shortcuts. Well, there you have it then, guys. So if you have enjoyed this video today, please do me a favour and just spare me 1 second of your time to reach up and hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then please consider doing so. And if you do, don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get notified of my latest uploads. So thanks very much for joining me today, and hopefully I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.